What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today we're going to focus in on the 6 players eligible for the 2012 Hall of Fame. Some of them on the first ballot, some of them that have been wrongfully passed over, in my opinion. Actually, top 7, excuse me. That I'd like to see in the Hall of Fame. 7 of my all-time favorite players. I'm going to start off with Pavel Bure, the Russian rocket out of Moscow, the fastest Russian since the Sputnik. A couple 60-goal seasons with Vancouver, 58 and 59-goal seasons respectively with the Florida Panthers later on. Speed and a wicked wrister. Bring you to the outside and put a dipsy-do on the goal and score. It was his forte. One of my all-time favorite. It was exciting when he touched the puck. When he got the puck in space, look out. And he established the Florida Panthers as a legitimate playoff team one of his years down there, which is more than you can say about a lot of guys with that organization's history. And obviously ended up on Broadway at the end of his career. Never won the Cup, which is a knock on him, but also has a .62 goals per game all time. A lot of numbers there for someone that's not great at math. And I think he belongs in the Hall of Fame. He's too good to keep out. Honestly, if you can score 58 goals and 59 goals for the Florida Panthers, yeah, you belong in the Hall of Fame. There should be a whole wing of the Hall of Fame for you. Keeping with the Sunshine State, Davey Andreychuk. In 2004, Lord Stanley needed a tan, and Davey A. brought him down to the Bay. Played for 4 different teams. Let's see, Sabres, Leafs, Devs, Bees, Avs, Lightning. There's a lot of teams in there. Two different stints with the Sabres, but down in Tampa Bay. Won his first Stanley Cup at age 41. Helped make Marty and Vinny into the players they are now as a leader of that team. Marty, Vinny, Brad Richards, Ruslan Fedotenko, all those guys that were younger when they won the Cup. He helped turn them into the great players they are now. And, taught Vinny a thing or two about leadership, which is important. And, he belongs in the Hall of Fame with 640 goals all time. 600 goal club. And, also, the all-time leader in power play goals, which is, he was a great net front presence that was phenomenal at, just getting the garbage, getting those greasy goals, that helped you win games. Moving on to Adam Oates, former RPI engineer. The Hull and Oates combo, which is one of the best duos of all time in history of the game of hockey. Later on, paired with Cam Neely in Beantown, had a great run, helping another natural goal scorer, get it done. He 1,420 points in 1,337 games, 1,079 assists. That's more assists than most guys have points in the Hall of Fame. Some guys, and only 341 goals, but he's a dishmaster. He was like a John Stockton or a Steve Nash, if you will. Kind of a chubby kid that could just dish it. And I loved his offensive creativity. He never won the Cup, lost in the finals in 03 with Anaheim, and 90. No, never won the finals beyond that. 98 with the Red Wings. So 2 finals appearances. But like I said, he's one of the best passers in the history of the game. He belongs in the Hall of Fame in hockey immortality. This guy's a guarantee to get in next year. One of the all-time great players and an absolute class act of an individual. If I ever have a son, I want him to be a lot like him off the ice. Joe Sakic. Burnaby Joe. I can't say enough good things about philanthropist and a humanitarian to being a hockey player. One of the best shows coming down the tenacious of.
I think in the big games he took his jersey off and put on a Superman cape. 2 Stanley Cups, the 96 run, 18 playoff goals in the clutch and grabber of the NHL. The Olympics in 02, who's scoring all those big goals? Sakic. MVP of All-Star games? Sakic. Conn Smythe winner? Sakic. Rocket Richard winner? Sakic. He's hot MVP, Lady Bing, Plus Minus Award, Lester B. Pearson Award, all for in the 2001 season. And they won the Cup that year. And then my favorite moment in hockey history is when he handed Ray Bourque the Stanley Cup. As a lifetime Bruins fan, that meant a lot to me to see Big Ray finally be able to lift Lord Stanley's cup. He did it in Boston, the fat Colorado. Yeah, I like Joe. Win it in Boston. Who better to win it with than Barnaby Joe? Another classy individual that
more people should emulate after that. You can be a great player on the ice and be a great human being off the ice. Two things that are obviously very important. Another guy on the first ballot that I think is guaranteed to get in next year, Shan the Man, the new league disciplines are. Shanny was a top flight power forward, and I think maybe the only power forward you can put up there with Cam Neely in terms of his ability to score and fight, hit, and do all the intangibles to help you win hockey games. I love Shanny. He could fight. He was an Irish boy, and the shot, the one timer from the left side was outstanding. I loved when he got traded to the Red Wings from that shithole in Hartford. He got there late before his first game, and he told Eisman, the guys, go out there and warm up, and I'll meet you guys out there. And Eisman looked him in the eye and said, no, we go out there as a team. And Shanny said that was one of those moments in his career where he realized he was in a great organization, and he helped bring 3 Stanley Cups to Detroit. The year before he got there, they got bounced by Colorado in the conference finals, and they brought him in for toughness, leadership, and scoring ability. And he was a guy that'll defend his teammates, he'll throw killer hits, and still find time to score outstanding goals. And he's done a great job as league disciplinaries are making players honest, as he had a knack for doing back in his playing days. My next guy that's been passed over a few too many times. I think his off-ice demons kind of took away from what he did on the ice. Anyway, Theoren Fleury, 5'6", 170 pounds. He was tiny, but he was tough. Pound for pound, one of the toughest players in the history of the league. His book is one of the greatest reads I've ever had. I read it my senior year of high school, and a few months later I had to fight my own demons. And Theo's words of guidance kind of really guided me through some rough waters in my life. And after that, I thank Mr. Fleury. But 455 goals and 1,088 points in 1,084 games. He could score. He was tough. He didn't take no shit. 1,840 penalty minutes. He didn't back away from the tough stuff. And he could throw it down. And 5'6", being that fearless out there, that's something you don't see anymore. Guys that just lack fear, and that's what Theo did. Obviously, he's become a warrior in the fight against child sexual abuse, which as he was a victim of, and that led to his addictions later on in life. But he's a Hall of Fame player on the ice, and I think he'll, if he helps take down this sexual predator that was Graham James, and save more kids from the terror that is sexual abuse, he will be remembered forever as someone that was a crusader and a very, very good cause. My final guy, first ballot guy, I'm not totally sure I'll get him next year, but I think he belongs. Fellow Bay Stater, a fellow masshole, Jeremy Roenick, JR. What can I say about JR that I haven't said before? The pride of Marshfield, Massachusetts. I got a house in Humrock, JR, so come on down. But at any rate, turned down BC to play at the Hall Olympique, and ended up getting drafted in the first round, 8th overall by the Chicago Blackhawks out of Thayer Academy. Teamed up with Tony Amonte in one of the best 1-2 duos in history of high school hockey. 513 goals in 1,363 games. Never won an individual award or the cup, but I think he's the only player ever to lead his team in goals, assists, points, and penalty minutes twice, as he did with Phoenix, and that's pretty cool. That's one of those things that you think about for a second. He was tough. He didn't take any shit. He could fight. He's another guy that was undersized, but was tough. They got him listed at 6'1". I think he's a little bit smaller than that. But like I said, he's one of the best personalities in the game that the game's ever seen, in my opinion. What he does on NBC is an extension of what he did on the ice, and he's a great ambassador of the game. He's pretty witty and not afraid to call a spade, which is what you need to see from your analysts and your former players. He's a wild one, JR, and I look forward to seeing him as a fellow Massel enshrined in hockey immortality. That's it for the Power Play with CJ 2012 Hall of Fame hopefuls. Stay tuned for more special edition episodes. Later, guys.